Hi, this is Rachel from TheRLSLife. Yes, I did it. I birthed my child with no epidural 3 times. Yes, I did it. It's doable, Let's get into this birth story of this second one, shall we? um, First of all, I was over 2 weeks. I was overdue 2 weeks for this joker. So he is always taking his time in life. So I'll give you some backstory on this. So for my first, not birth, my first pregnancy, it took us a while to get pregnant, right? So for the second one, it was just like, we ain't, when it happened, it happened. And so it happened 2 years later. And I just happened to notice that I didn't have my period. And I was like, am I pregnant? Like, no fanfare, no, none of the stuff that they do now. I was like, am I pregnant? I think I'm pregnant. And so I proceeded to go get a pregnancy test from Dollar Tree. Yes, from Dollar Tree. And so I got this pregnancy test and went in the bathroom, took my pregnancy test, and it came out. I said, I'm pregnant. But this baby, there were no big baby showers, no, well, yeah, I had a couple baby showers, but like my mama didn't give me no baby shower. I did have a baby shower at the job. My husband had a baby shower at his job. And so we, proceeded to be pregnant. I proceeded to wear my sneakers because I wear a size 11 and I did not want to go up anywhere. So in my head, wearing sneakers to hold my feet in, would help with keeping me at a size 11. Don't judge me. Okay. So, to my birth story. This joker was 2 weeks overdue. And if you look at my first birth story, you'll understand I was not interested in what is it called? Pitocin. I was not interested in starting my labor for me, none of that stuff, because like I watched a lot of videos, and at that time not like YouTube videos, because this is what 10 years ago now. Yeah, 10 years ago now. YouTube wasn't popping like that. I was looking at videos like on TLC, I think, like the my birth story or something like that. And I think I would watch some videos, but I can't really remember. That's so many years ago. But I do know I was 2 weeks overdue. Every day I'm going to work. You still here? You still here? You still here? And I'm like, yes, until this baby drop, I'm walking up in here and doing my job, because these days are expensive. So I can't continue to come to work every day. And and then it was a day of the week. I don't even remember what day it was. But it was a day after school. It wasn't a weekend or nothing like that. But my husband started my contractions. Okay? He started my contractions. Because and use your imagination on how he started my contractions. But my husband started my contractions. And because I was determined, and my doctor told me, she said, if you come back here and you have not started labor, I have to induce, because, I was I was 2 weeks overdue. Like, I started if I didn't start labor, we'll say Thursday, she was going to induce my labor Friday. So we'll say my labor started Wednesday. Okay, so it was that type of situation. And for me, I was doing everything I was supposed to do, walking, everything. And so my husband just, worked a little harder in what he does, and them contractions started. And I didn't know what he was doing. Like, I was like, he's just taking his time, He ain't in no hurry to, move forward. And later on, I found out that somebody told him that stimulation induces delivery, not delivery, and not induces. Well, I'm gonna say induces, like the labor to start, encourage the labor to start, for lack of a better word. And so I went to sleep around 11, going to bed thinking, well, I guess I'll be going to work tomorrow. And I was woke up by contractions. At this time, we have my oldest son. And so in my head, I'm like, yes, because I was not finna be induced. Y'all not finna, Because, I don't want no epidural. Y'all not finna put, none of that. I don't want no, So I was excited. I was happy that my contractions started. And so they started and then they kept coming. I was like, yes, I'm not going to have to be induced. And so we took my oldest son to my mama's and proceeded to the hospital. I just had to take a pause because this 10 years ago, but I still remember. And so at the front, I'm trying to check in, and that contraction get me, and I'm just like, ooh, yeah. And so I think I'm not looking my best. I am just there. Get this baby. It was Operation Get This Baby Out of Me, and y'all not finna cut me. Yeah, I'm finna push this baby out, but let's get this show on the road. So I'm up in there trying to walk. I get checked into my room. I'm trying to walk the house so I can help him go down or whatever. I got the ball. I'm sitting on the ball. Them contractions steady hitting. I'm like, okay. So I get up and I'm like, I'm gonna walk so I can help this joker. And I walked around. Mind you, these contractions hitting. I walked around the hall. And I got to where I'm almost like maybe from, like maybe from, I'm trying to think of something universal. So I'm walking the hall and one of them contractions hit me so all I could do was catch that wall. And these nurses over here, they ain't do nothing. They just sitting up there going on about that. Did nobody say that? Did nobody? Ma'am, can I help you to your room? Ma'am, are you okay? Nothing. They just sit over here at this desk, doing their little job while I'm over here in Contraction City. Okay, and so that contraction finally passed, and I just book it to my room because I'm like, I am not, these contractions hurt. Like my oldest son, it was a different kind of hurt. Like it hurt, I'm not familiar with this hurt. Second birth, I'm like, okay, I know the pain tolerance, but Ashton had your girl in pain. Okay, so I make it back to my room. And I'm like, I'm going to just stay in here because I don't want no problems. And I don't remember this part, but my husband say I went and took a shower. So I guess I took a shower, and at a certain point in my labor, I always vomit. And so I threw up in the bathroom. And so on my way, I was sitting in the bed. My doctor come in. This is the second birth my doctor missed because because of the shift change. So she come in, and my water has not broken at this point. She come in, she check me, and then she go ahead and she breaks my water. And so at this point, I'm like, hopefully this stuff will get over with soon. And my mind, I wasn't mentally ready for either one of these births, The first birth, you don't know what to expect. The second birth, I was just so in a flow of things because I got my son, I got my work, I got my, so I didn't have time to focus on how I was supposed to focus on this birth. But I did in my third birth, but I'll talk about her birth later. I was not mentally ready. So at one point, this joker, I guess he was getting into that birth canal, because I'm standing up. Dog, I don't know if I can. I'm standing up, and I said, oh. I was standing up, and he just go, oh. Because I don't know if he I don't know what happened. But I was just bit over like that. It's like he punched me in my gut. So I'm going to assume he was dropping into the birth canal. And he has always been like a thick, tough. Once he did that, I hopped right into that bed and I didn't get back out. I did not get back out. I was up there. Hey, bro, looking at me. I was like, hey, bro, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. He said, you going to do it. You can do it. You can do it. I said, hey, bro, hold on. Because mind you, before this, I always told, do not let me get an epidural. I don't care what it do. Not let me get an epidural. And luckily, I was like, hold on if I'll be able to do this. Hey, bro, said, you can do it. You gonna do it. You can do it. Remember, you told me, don't let you get no epidural. You can't get no epidural. And by this point, I had gone past the epidural time. Baby, when that joker dropped, it's like everything went fast as lightning. The next time that lady came in, she was like, okay, looks like we're getting to get to that point. I was so relieved. I was like, yes, it's almost over. That's what I kept saying. It's almost over. It's almost over. Time they start setting up the place, and they, get your legs up and all that stuff. Because I wouldn't want to, put my legs up, let me push this baby out. So when it came to be that time, it's like your brain shifts somewhere else, because it's like operation, get this baby out. And like pain, yeah, it hurt, but my mind shifted into this is necessary pain to get to that other side of where you're trying to get. So all that, that was out the window. I was like, what to call it? I don't even know what to call it, but I was like, Superwoman, get there. Okay, it's time, let's go. Because that's what I said, let's go. And so I pushed Ashton out, and when I pushed him out, it was such a relief. I just cried. And the shallow part about me, I ain't gonna lie to you, the shallow part about me is, I wasn't crying because, I'm happy my baby is here. He's beautiful. He's healthy. I was crying because it was over. All I kept saying, hey, bro, just looked at me. He was like, it's over. Oh, it's over. It's over. I was relieved. After I got back to myself, because ladies, and gentlemen, if you are a caregiver and you just want to hear a story, if you do not have an epidural, once that baby is out, you're done. You're good. Once that baby is out, it's like you come back to yourself just that quick. For me, once my baby was out, it was like, oh, Lord, I have my body back to myself, in a way, because I breastfed. So once that baby came out, I was like, ooh, it's over. It's over. I just remember looking at me like, really? And all of that, I was like, it's over. And, I'm done. He out of there. I ain't gotta, I don't have to be in pain anymore. That was why. I was like, I don't have to be in pain. This delivery is done, And so after that guy, I looked at this because he was so hairy. He was a beautiful little baby. His skin, I don't know what I was doing during that pregnancy, but his skin was beautiful. But he was heavy. He wasn't like, even now, he is like, ooh, like, but that's the one thing I remember. I was like, And he wasn't nothing but what, 6 pounds and something. I'll try and find it and put it in. He wasn't nothing but like 6 pounds and something, but he was a solid, like dang, he was dense. That's the best way I could describe it. He was dense. So after that, you know, life went on. You know, my mom and then by my oldest son. I was, you know, fine. I didn't have any rips, any tears, you know. And I'm gonna do another video on that, on how I gave birth 3 times with no rips, no tears, no epidural type of situation. If you have any questions, if you have any anything I can answer to give more insight, to give, if you want a more detailed video, if you just have a question about natural childbirth and maybe it's your first baby, your second, I don't know. But if you just have something you want to share, you know, just let me know down there in them comments there. And I'll do my best to get to it. I'll do my best to answer it. And I have another video coming for my 3rd child, which is, it seemed like all these deliveries were a bit different, but yet the same. So I hope you stay tuned for that. Well, I hope you were able to get something from this video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share, rewind, play again, send it to a friend, turn the volume down, just let it run, you know, help your girl out with those watch hours. Feel free to tune into some other videos, you know, maybe you've watched it once, go ahead and watch it twice, you know. Thank you for your time. Bye.